Hey there, friend. Welcome back to the channel where stories aren't just told, they're felt. If you find meaning in emotional journeys, lessons drawn from silence, and the timeless wisdom of Zen and Stoicism, you're in the right place. Before we begin this powerful story about quiet strength and self-respect, I invite you to support the channel. A simple like, a thoughtful comment or subscribing makes a big difference. It helps us keep creating meaningful content that reaches people who need it. Today's story is for anyone who has loved deeply, but found themselves slowly fading in the shadow of someone else's change. It's about Roger, a man who believed love was peace, until the woman he cherished began to chip away at that peace. But instead of reacting with anger, Roger responded with calm, with clarity, with a kind of inner power this world doesn't often praise, but always respects. So settle in, breathe, let the story unfold like falling leaves on a still morning. This is When She Changed, how Roger responded with calm strength. You see, Roger once believed that love was the destination, the place where all storms came to rest. But he learned, slowly and silently, that sometimes the greatest storms don't come from outside. They arrive within, stirred not by thunder, but by the dissonance between two souls growing apart. There was a time when love felt light, effortless. Roger met her during a season of calm in his life. She was full of curiosity, drawn to his quiet nature like a bird perching on still water. They shared long walks through nature, lingering conversations about nothing and everything, and moments of laughter that arose without force. She admired him then. His calm demeanor, his thoughtfulness, his ability to be fully present without needing to fill the silence. His silence wasn't emptiness. It was awareness. It was the stillness of Zen and the detachment of the Stoic, not from her, but from ego. He expressed love not through grand declarations, but through small, consistent gestures. Cooking dinner when she was tired, leaving handwritten notes with her morning tea. He listened more than he spoke, and he held her not only with his arms, but with his attention. But seasons change, even within hearts. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, her tone shifted. At first, it was in little things, an eye roll when he offered a quiet suggestion, a sigh when he paused before responding. Then came sharper words. She began correcting him in public, speaking over him, mocking his routines of silence and meditation. "You're too passive," she would say, "too calm. It's like you're numb to life." Roger still did not react with anger. A Stoic observes not to judge, but to understand. And so he watched the woman he loved unravel her patience, watched the love between them lose its softness. It hurt not because of the insults, but because of what they signified, a shift in respect. He did not need her validation, but respect was the ground they once stood upon together. Now that ground was eroding. Rather than retaliate, Roger turned inward. He did what Zen practitioners do in moments of suffering. He sat. He journaled. He walked in nature. He watched the birds, the trees, the water, not for distraction, but for reflection. The wave, a Zen master once said, does not resist the rock. It flows around it. Roger did not fight to reclaim the version of her he once knew. Instead, he questioned his own attachment to that image. Am I still walking beside her? He asked himself. Or am I dragging a memory of who she used to be? He realized that real love is not possession. It is not clinging. And it is certainly not staying where your soul is slowly being silenced. So when the next argument came, and it did, Roger didn't raise his voice. He didn't plead. He didn't explain. He simply breathed and let the moment pass through him like wind through tall grass. One quiet evening, Roger made tea. He invited her to sit across from him. She came, expecting perhaps another passive silence or a long, awkward apology. But Roger met her with a soft smile, a smile not of indifference, but of final understanding. He spoke gently, not with hurt, but with clarity. "You are not wrong for changing," he said, "but I would be wrong to stay in a place where I am no longer respected." There was no malice in his words, no bitterness, only a calm truth. He stood, bowed slightly, a gesture of both farewell and gratitude, and walked away. He did not slam doors or leave trails of resentment. He simply let go. Roger walks alone through the woods, the wind brushing past him like an old friend. His face is calm, not with resignation, but with liberation. There is no weight on his shoulders, only air, only peace. He carries no anger, no lingering pain. He did not lose her. He found himself. Sometimes, love asks us to endure, to be patient, to stay. But other times, love asks us to be brave enough to leave, when staying means losing the very self we worked so hard to become. Zen teaches us to let life flow, to let things come and let them go, without clinging or resistance. Stoicism teaches that we own only our responses, our values, our inner character, not the behavior of others, not their respect, and certainly not their approval. Roger's story is not about heartbreak. It is about self-respect, about knowing that calm is not weakness, that silence is not surrender, and that sometimes walking away with grace is the most powerful act of all. Respect is not demanded, it is reflected, and when it fades, your peace must not. Inspired by Zen and Stoic teachings, Roger didn't leave because he stopped loving her. He left because he started remembering himself. And maybe, just maybe, that's what strength really looks like. Not in the noise, not in the fight, but in the silence that says, I won't become small to keep you comfortable. If the story moved you, if it echoed something you've lived through, or gave you a new way to see your own path, then I ask one simple thing. Support the channel, like the video, leave a comment, share your story or your thoughts. And if these kinds of reflective, soul-centered stories speak to you, consider subscribing. It helps us keep creating stories that heal, teach, and remind us who we really are. Until next time, walk gently, speak honestly, and never trade your peace for anyone's approval. Respect is not demanded, it is reflected, and when it fades, your peace must not. Inspired by Zen and Stoic teachings,